Hey, how's it going everyone? Sin/80 back again with another video, and today I'm going to be bringing you a regular commentary. I haven't done one of these in a very long time since my Call of Duty actually no. Was that? No, I think I can't remember. I think my Call of Duty Black Ops 2 roster changes for MLG. I can't remember if I did a regular commentary on that or if I actually went through it. But yeah, I'm bringing you a regular commentary. I'm not doing a live commentary like I normally do. So what you're watching right now in the background, I don't know. I'm not sure what you're watching, so I guess it'll kind of be a surprise for both of us. And you're probably watching just some Minecraft, just some recycled footage probably, but that's not the point. Today we're going to be talking about all of the team changes in Call of Duty Ghosts for MLG. This is kind of like my last video that I talked about team changes, and I wanted to do another video because the team changes were huge this time around. So there were team changes for Curse Las Vegas, Optic, Complexity, Envious, TK, FaZe, Unite, just so many team changes, and some really good players moved teams, which was pretty interesting in my opinion. So let's go ahead and start off with Karma. So if you guys don't know, Karma was on Team Envious, but he actually ended up going to Complexity. Complexity dropped Clayster, which when they picked him up, they won like 7 out of 8 tournaments championships that they had him, and so a lot of people think that they're kind of crazy for dropping Clayster, but a lot of people. I'll continue with Clayster in a bit, but I just want to start off with Karma. So, Karma is pretty excited to be going to Complexity. He said that he had a lot of fun with the Envious guys, with Rainbow, Merc, and Proofy. But he wants to win, is basically what he said in his vlog. He went to Complexity so he could go and win tournaments. Because Envious was pretty good, but it seemed like he was doing a lot of the work. He was saying in his vlog that he's teamed with Rambo before, and he kind of gets sick of teaming with Rambo because Rambo is pretty inconsistent. He can play really well or play not very well. He doesn't really have an in between. So Karma just felt like he had to do a lot of the work. So yeah, that's basically all that he said, is that he's excited to go to Complexity, and he doesn't hate the people at Envious, but he's happy to go to Complexity and to be with Aches, TP, and Crim6 because he thinks they're all really good players. Excuse me. And next, we're going to talk about Mr. X. And if you guys don't know who Mr. X is, he is the coach of Complexity. So that's a pretty big deal. He's done a lot for Complexity, kind of helping them out. And he actually did like a 30-minute commentary about team changes with somebody else on their channel. And he talked about why they dropped Clayster, which was basically he said that Clayster was having a lot of attitude issues, and he didn't seem like he wanted to win anymore, and that he seemed like he was fighting with people too much, and that's basically why he was saying that he dropped Clayster, is that they just weren't getting along very well. Clayster wasn't getting along very well with TP, Aches, and Crim6. And then Aches actually ended up doing an interview on the official MLG Call of Duty channel, and talking about why they dropped Clayster. And yeah, as same thing basically, is he was saying that they were having a lot of issues with Clayster, and they were saying that he was kind of clashing with them and fighting with them. Um, Basically what Mr. X said. Mr. X just went into a little more detail about how they went on their vacation. I think it was to Paris, and then when they were at when they were at Machinima doing their race to Prestige Master, whatever. I don't know. He said that Clay wasn't getting along very well with the three other guys, and Clayster actually ended up doing a vlog on it too. Clayster was talking about how he did not see it coming at all, and that he basically found out on Twitter before they told him that he was dropped. One of his friends asked him, like, dude, I heard you were dropped from Complexity, and he thought he was joking around, but TP, Tyler, whatever you want to call him, ended up texting Clay and telling him that they need to talk. So TP ended up calling Clay and was telling him that he was dropped and that he was sorry about it and everything. So Clay was kind of upset because he didn't see it coming. And he said that none of them really talked to him about it before, so he said he didn't really have much of a chance to change what was wrong, which he was really upset about. But he actually ended up going to Team Caliber, to TK, because TK lost a player too. I'll talk about that after I talk about Clay's transition to TK. So right now, TK's team consists of Sharp, Neslo, Theory, and Clayster, their new pickup. So Clayster went to TK because TK's been winning, or been really close to winning a lot. They've been placing really consistently, and he wanted to go with the best choice for him, and he believed that TK was the best choice. And Sharp actually did a vlog on his channel about what's his name, Goonjar leaving TK and Clayster joining TK. So Sharp, he said he was pretty upset that Goonjar left TK because when he created, I think he was one of the co-creators of TK, or maybe even the creator of TK, he did not want to change teams at all. He wanted to keep the same team for a very long time, and he was upset that Goonjar left because he felt like they had really good team chemistry, that they worked really well and communicated really well together, which played a part in them winning, or not winning, with them placing so well, so consistently. And so he was upset. He kind of knew that Goonjar was going to be leaving for Team Envious, because Goonjar was already talking about how he wishes he was on a team with a bigger name, and I think he was talking about going to Curse Las Vegas. But then after Karma left Envious, Goonjar was really wanting to join Envious because Envy has the team house. He wanted to be in the team house, and he wanted to have more like followers on Twitter and YouTube and more people. He wanted to get his name out and become more well known, which I find it kind of funny because TK have been placing a lot better than Envious. But who knows, maybe Goonjar will be a better fit for Envious. Maybe he'll help Envious out a little. But yeah. So Sharp talked about how he's upset, but he understood. And he's also really excited to be playing with Clay, and how they've been playing pretty well so far. TK's been doing pretty well, doing like just pickup games, scrims, and all of that. So yeah, next person we're going to talk about is Merc from Envious. Merc actually ended up doing a vlog also. I watched a lot of pro player vlogs about the team change. I really wanted to know like what was going on because it all happened so fast and so much happened. And I wanted to do a really in-depth commentary about it. So Merc ended up doing a vlog, and he was saying that he was upset that Karma left Envious because he didn't really give a reason why. He didn't like give them any notice in advance, so they couldn't look for another player. And they kind of figured he was going to be leaving because he had been playing. Karma had been playing a lot of 8s and not been not playing with Envious quite as much with the whole team combined, which is the same thing that Goonjar did. Um, so yeah, Merc was pretty upset that Karma left Envious to go to Complexity, but he he understood, I guess, kind of. Um, he was just upset that he didn't really give them any heads up that he would be leaving. And then the last, oh wait, no, this isn't the last person I'm going to talk about, but Nade Shot. Now we're going to talk about Nade Shot. Nade Shot, I don't remember if he did a vlog or if he did. He's done a couple of video commentaries, I believe, and just videos with their new player because Optic actually dropped JCap, which was pretty crazy because JCap hadn't been with them for very long, but they haven't had very much success with JCap, so they ended up dropping him, and they ended up picking Ricky up from Unite. So they picked Ricky up, and he's their new fourth player. So now it's Optic Big Timer, Scumpy, and Nade Shot with Ricky. And Ricky, if you guys don't know him, he played on Unite with Nameless, Parasite, and Stainville, and Ricky's known as one of the better players in S&D. He's just a very smart player, and a lot of people are saying, including like Merc and Nade, that it was good picking him up because he might actually like boss them around kind of, which is what they need. The Optic players need to be a little bit bossed around a little bit so they can work on practicing more and Nate Shot was talking about how Ricky's really good at keeping him focused because he'll get upset when something happens and then Ricky will be like, "Oh man, just don't worry about it. Just play the game." Which is really good. So Nate Shot doesn't get as frustrated and that doesn't mess with his game as much. And then so he kind of talked about dropping JCap, why he dropped JCap. He was just saying that he felt like he didn't blend in with the team very well, I think. Um, and that they thought Ricky would be a better person for the team. And they seem to be doing pretty well with Ricky so far, which is good to see. Optic hasn't been playing very well recently. They placed like top 16 last tournament, which was not up to their standards, which I think is why they ended up dropping JCap. Because they weren't going to get rid of Scumpy or Nade or Big Timer. I think Complexity wanted to pick up Scumpy, but Scumpy made it clear that that wasn't going to be happening, which is why they picked up Karma. Karma, I guess, is actually a pretty good friend with Mr. X, and so that's kind of how he got into Complexity. So yeah, now I think the last person we need to talk about is JCap. JCap ended up doing a vlog about being dropped from Optic and his new team. So JCap was dropped from Optic, and he was a little bit upset. He actually was pretty cool with it. He understood why Optic dropped him. And he was actually kind of excited because he joined FaZe Competitive, which was kind of a shock to me because FaZe Competitive, they did pretty well towards the end of Black Ops 2, but they're not very well known. FaZe actually ended up dropping 2 players, I think it was, and I think now it's Spacely. No, I think they dropped Spacely. I can't remember. I know Methods. I think they might have picked up Stainville. I'm not positive. And then JCap. I think Unite kind of disbanded because Killa ended up going to Curse Las Vegas. So now the Curse Las Vegas team is Parasite, Miracles, Killa, and Nameless. So that was pretty interesting because it's basically Impact minus Karma plus Nameless. So it seems like Parasite, Miracles, and Killa are all trying to become Impact again, but I don't think that's ever going to happen because I don't think Karma's ever going to team with them again. But yeah, so JCap's now on phase. It'll be interesting to see how they do. I think Sharp was saying that he's expecting them to do pretty well. And he was saying how JCap's a good player, but he just did not blend well with the Optic guys. So he felt bad that JCap was getting so much flack for Optic losing. Um, and yeah, so he's expecting FaZe to do pretty well, and I think Sharp also said that he's expecting Just Us and Fear to do pretty well. Um, and there's another team. I don't remember the team, but oh wait, I think that's the team Stainville went on, and I think Embos is on it. I can't remember who all's on that. But yeah, there's a new team that Sharp said's probably going to do pretty well. And yeah, so I think that's about it. Go ahead and leave a comment down in the description telling me what you think about the team changes that happened. If you think that what teams you think are going to do really well. I watched some MLG 2000 play, and Complexity actually ended up winning against Curse Las Vegas. So that's a good indication that Complexity is still going to be pretty good. They actually destroyed Curse Las Vegas in the last game in Blitz Freight, which was pretty interesting to see. And basically, Complexity picked up Karma just so he can slay. They're not going to make him do anything different than what he normally does. And yeah, I think that's all I have for this video. If I missed anything, go ahead and leave a comment telling me what I missed. Or if you thought I did pretty well with this explaining all of the team changes, go ahead and drop a like and leave a comment saying that you think I did pretty well, or that I missed, like, hey, this person went here, or whatever. Yeah, and that's about it for this video. Have an awesome day, and I will see you guys tomorrow at 2 o'clock. See you later.